going to talk to you about Rasnowla Beach and the surrounding area. Rasnowla, meaning Heavenly Headland, is a seaside area with 3 kilometres of sandy beach. It's 8.5 kilometres from Bundoran or from Ballyshannon, and it's 16 kilometres from Bundoran. Rasnowla is one of Ireland's best blue flag beaches, and it's a west-facing beach break, and Donegal Bay has like a funnel-shaped, funnel-like shape, which increases the size of the waves in the winter. Along with talking about Rasnowla, I'll also just touch on the Franciscan Friary, Kilbarron Church Ruin, Ireland's first settlers, and the Lakeside Centre, and a bit of tourism. So, surfing at Rasnowla. Rasnowla is a fairly exposed beach break with consistent surf and can work at any time of the year. Offshore winds come from the east, and the ideal swell direction is from the west. These are the World War II watch houses on Rasnowla Beach. During World War II, a coast watching service was set up and 2 concrete block houses were built. These are still visible today, and the volunteers who manned them watched for invasions and shipwrecks on the beach. That thing will go on forever. Okay. So this is a picture of the story of creation of the Franciscan Friary at Rasnowla. It's my favourite spot, so that's why I picked it. The Friary the Franciscan order was established by St Francis of Assisi, and the Friary has existed in Rasnowla since before 1601. I would have loads of lovely memories of the Friary as a child. It's a lovely place to visit with church, gardens, Station of the Cross, museum, shop, and the story of creation. And this is Seymour Island. Has anybody ever seen Seymour Island? Mm-hmm. It's on the way in to Ballyshannon. So the closest town to Rasnowla is Ballyshannon, and it's very proud to be the oldest town in Ireland. The first settlers were Partholon and Dalagnet. They came to Ireland from Macedonia almost 5,000 years ago. They were husband and wife who brought 3 sons, a dog called Seymour, and some followers. They settled on this small island, which can be seen on the left-hand side as you just drive into Ballyshannon, coming from Bundoran. Partholon is said to have killed his dog in a fit of rage and buried it on the island when he found out about his wife's infidelity. This was the first judgment in Ireland. This was the first judgment in Ireland, and the kind of story of this is written on the wall in the Garda station in Ballyshannon. There's a stone statue of Partholon and Dalagnet in Ballyshannon. Like a big sculpture of them, and it's well worth a visit. It's in one of the streets. Dracula. It really flows well. Yeah. Recent research has shown that Bram Stoker's ancestors lived in Ballyshannon. His grandparents, Lieutenant Thomas Thornley and Matilda Blake, were married in St Anne's Church, Ballyshannon, moved to Sligo in 1832. They had to return to Ballyshannon because of a cholera outbreak. They returned with their daughter Charlotte, who was Bram Stoker's mother. It's claimed that Charlotte's account of the cholera plague and the desperate coach journey back to Ballyshannon influenced Bram Stoker when he wrote the classic Gothic horror novel Dracula in 1887. Right, this is Catsby Cave. As you're travelling back to Rasnowla from Ballyshannon, you'll pass by the Abbey Island area. Here you'll find Catsby Cave. There's a river and a few caves, a mill wheel, and I couldn't believe how lovely this place was when I first seen it. Mass would have been said here in penal times when Mass was forbidden by the English. Mm-hmm. This is Kilbarron Church Ruin. Further on along the Rasnowla Road, you will pass the 6th century church ruin called Kilbarron Church. It was the church of St Baron, who was a seafarer and made many Atlantic voyages. now just a bit of tourism. There's an abundance of things to do when visiting Rossnowla, with lots of places to stay, suiting every budget. The Sandhouse is a 4-star hotel that has been in business for over 50 years, with a spa and award-winning restaurant. Alternatively, you could rent a holiday home or a static caravan, or bring your tent or your everything. There's four surf schools operating in Rossnowla. Finn McCool's, run by Neil Britton, Turf and Surf by Killian O'Kelly, iSurf Ireland, run by Pascal Devine, and Rossnowla Surf Club, run by the Brittons. The fact that there's 4 surf schools operating in Rossnowla tells us that surfing and other outdoor pursuits are very popular with everyone, from families to groups to all levels of surfers. Rossnowla also holds many events on the beach. They have the Longboard Championships, the Inter-Counties, which is the All-Ireland of surfing, the Rossnowla Junior Championships, and the National Surf Life Saving Championships. For any other information on that, you can look at the Irish Water Safety website or the Irish Surf Association website. Oh, that's the Lakeside Centre. Gone. Tourist attractions in the Rossnowla area, for example, the Lakeside Centre. Ballyshannon, you can do canoeing, kayaking, and much more. You go horse riding in the Five Oaks Ranch Western style. You could go on the Bally Tour, a walking historical tour where the ghosts of Ballyshannon come to life. Go to Bundoran Golf Club. Sea Sessions Music Festival's on in June, and the Rory Gallagher International Tribute Festival's on in Ballyshannon in the June bank holiday. Now, that's Eastleigh Britton, that's one of our paintings. The Britton family. Surfing and the Britton family from Rossnowla goes hand in hand. It all started in the 1960s when Eastleigh Britton's grandmother brought 2 surfboards back from holiday in California. The boards were for decoration in the Sandhouse, which they ran at the time. Barry, which is Eastleigh's father, and his brother Willie rescued the boards and learned to surf. Since then, surfing has grown from strength to strength in Rossnowla. Eastleigh Britton is an artist and a pro surfer. She was born to surf. She was named after her parents' favourite wave in County Sligo. Her career as a pro surfer seemed preordained as she stood up on a surfboard at the age of 4. Eastleigh was the first female to surf Aliens and Mullaghmore, and at just 16 she travelled to Tahiti to surf the famous Tia Poo wave. I feel that Eastleigh Britton has been a great example to us and has led the way for females in the sport of surfing. And the conclusion. In conclusion, it's my opinion, it is a great idea to go and visit Rossnowla. The area and surrounding areas are steeped in history. It's a scenic area with friendly local people. It has a lot to offer every kind of visitor, and people come to Rossnowla to surf, windsurf, kayak, swim, sightsee, wine and dine, go walking, go running, or simply just relax and unwind. The outdoor sports industry is growing from strength to strength in Ireland, and Rossnowla is an example of this and a perfect place to visit. The end.